Good morning, everyone. In this presentation, I would like to do a quick and short presentation related to apart from the government system in the United States. And what I want to present is that the federal system in the United States of America. So my name is Kayla Putri Gunawan with the last student number 086, and this video or this presentation is a part of the final project for British and American institution. Okay, so in the first slide, I would like to explain about how the America is governed. So America is a big country with 50 states. Each state has its own government, but they all follow the rules of the federal government in Washington, D.C., the capital. The government has three main parts: the president, who runs the country, Congress, which makes laws, and the Supreme Court, which makes sure that the laws are fair. So, uh, you might be asking what is federal system? So federal system that is used in the United States or used by American is that, meaning that the power is divided into three parts. So the power is divided into the national government, the state government, and the local government. So the national government handles national issues like defense, immigration, and currency, while the state government uh, governing each state has its own laws on education, transportation, marriage, and etc. And the last one is the local government. They manage cities, towns, and services like fire departments and school. These structures allow different areas to have rules that fit their local needs. Federalism in the United States is a system where power is divided between the national government and the states to stop any one group from becoming too powerful. After independence, the state had most of the power, but the 1787 Constitution made the system more balanced by splitting powers between the states and the federal government. Over time, the federal government becomes stronger, especially after the Civil War and during the New Deal. But debates about the right balance of power continue today. Federalism remains important in American politics and society, as the court keeps shaping the relationship between state and national authority. So, the next part that I would like to explain is about more like the history uh of how the American or how the United States can become the federal can use the federal system as part of their government. So the first part is that the states had independence from Britain. So in 1776, 13 colonies declared independence and established themselves as sovereign states. And in 1787, adoption of the Articles of Confederation creates a weak central government dependent on the states. Next is about federalism in the Constitution. In 1787, the Constitutional Convention creates a new system dividing powers between state and national government. And then in 1789, ratification of the U.S. Constitution begins, establishing federalism as the nation's organizing principle. And in the 1790, Constitution is fully ratified by the original 13 states. Next is about the growth of the central government. So in 1865, um, meaning of the Civil War marks as a shift towards stronger federal authority, or as we know as the dual federalism transition to cooperative federalism. And in 1930s, the New Deal under President Roosevelt expanded the role of the federal government during the Great Depression. And in 1960, civil rights legislation and creative federalism further increased federal involvement in state affairs. Next is about restoring powers to the state. So in 1970s until 1980s, new federalism trends emerged, focusing on devolution and returning some control to the states. And in 1995, Supreme Court cases and federal policies promote increased state autonomy. and federalism in the 21st century. So in 2001, federal government increased its power in response to terrorism, creating new debates about the balance of power. And in 2005, federal courts intervened in state laws, such as Georgia's voter ID case, highlighting ongoing tension between state and federal authority. And nowadays, or like the present days, as we know, changes in society, technology, and legal interpretation continue to shape the balance and responsibilities of federal and state government. So that's all the material and presentation related to the federal system that is the American or the United States is using until today. And and also there is like a more of like a brief history of how they can become a country with a federal system. So that is all from me. If you have any more questions or if you have anything that is still confusing about the presentation, please let me know. And thank you.